Russian President Vladimir Putin is on a trip across the Middle East. His latest stop was Cairo, where he met his Egyptian counterpart. RT's Ilya Petrenko has more.
Unlike when Vladimir Putin suddenly showed up in Syria a little earlier, his Cairo trip was planned in advance. But what kind of timing this is to squeeze in talks with both the presidents of Egypt and Turkey in Cairo and Ankara. And here we're talking about a time frame of just several hours, while Donald Trump's Jerusalem move really continues to send shockwaves across the entire Middle East. And as Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and Vladimir Putin were addressing the journalists here at the presidential palace in Cairo, we heard more condemnation of that move.
We were discussing the Palestinian issue, and especially the situation after the USA decided to recognize Jerusalem as the Israeli capital and to move the US embassy from Tel Aviv to there. This reckless and provocative decision will have consequences that will influence the resolution of the conflict and the stability of the situation.
Egypt and Russia support Israel and Palestine resuming talks over all disputed issues they have, including the status of Jerusalem. A solid agreement that takes into account the interests of both sides should be reached. We consider any action that anticipates the outcome of peace talks between Israel and Palestine counterproductive.
Again, this was being said in Cairo, the Egyptian capital, where it looks like the Arab League is ready to convene and come up with a united official response, which will basically mean that it's a response from the entire region. But even before this week, a lot has been said in front of the microphones and in the streets.
They cannot oppose people's feelings and beliefs. This is a new type of adventurism and global arrogance of the U.S.
The Kingdom of Jordan refuses the recognition by the United States of Jerusalem as the capital of Israel.
The decision by the United States in its context gives legitimacy and recognition for occupation and the allowance of a de facto status using force.
Indeed, right now, it is fair to say that not only the Arab world, but a broader Islamic community is ready to stand up for the Palestinians. So far, the president of Turkey, Tayyip Erdogan, turned out to be the most outspoken, and here's what that led to.
Israel is a terrorist state.
I'm not used to receiving lectures about morality from a leader who bombs Kurdish villagers in his native Turkey, who jails journalists, who helps Iran go around international sanctions, and who helps terrorists.
But back to Vladimir Putin's trip. As I've said, he's got one more destination on Monday, and that is going to be Ankara, where he will have face-to-face talks with Tayyip Erdogan. After that, we know that they are going to produce a joint statement as well, so we'll be watching out for that.